Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before the weekend hit, I wanted to give you guys an update. So let's go over a few things. One, Forex Shark just came out with an update, so I'll share that with you. Two, we did a poll this week to see what kind of videos you guys wanted next. So let's go over the results of the poll. And then also, let me give you a breakdown of the current state of Drip and Animal Farm, just to see where everything's at. Let's start off with the good old Forex Shark update. All right, this just came out a few minutes ago. Forex says the Animal Farm.app update is being pushed right now. So they're pushing a new update to the Animal Farm, in addition to the one that they pushed earlier. And I'm not sure if I've made a video on that yet, so I'll show you guys the new updates of the Animal Farm. But he says you can now buy pigs on the site, making it easier for noobs to enter the system. It's hard for new users to jump over to PancakeSwap, feel comfortable connecting their wallet, buying pigs, then maybe coupling together, adding liquidity. It's just tough for new users to do. It's a barrier to entry. And if there's barrier to entries to things, people won't get in, particularly investments where there's money to be involved. You guys know how it is when you first start with your MetaMask wallet or whatever, you're connecting to stuff, you're worried. A lot of people are getting scammed. So nobody really knows about DeFi yet. The percentage of us that are in DeFi, there's not very many people even in crypto, and then we're a niche of a niche down in the DeFi world. So some of us were pretty well versed with how to use their ledgers and MetaMask wallets and all that stuff. The average person, the average money holder that wants to invest and come in the system has no idea what's going on. So making it easier for those guys, as easy as possible, is absolutely imperative. He says tomorrow, the new Drip Garden and Drip Liberation UI will go up. That is awesome. I'm super stoked about that. Now that I've kind of got myself used to the new Animal Farm look and feel, I want everything to be combined on one site. So that's super exciting. Not sure exactly how that will work. Not sure if referral codes will be the same or if it'll change because the domain changed, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. I'm also excited about this. First off, it's Friday, so Forex Shark normally makes his announcements kind of on Tuesday, Thursday. It's good to see something come out on Friday. And then tomorrow, the new Drip Garden and Drip Liberation UI will go live. That's a Saturday. So it just means his team's working overtime to get this stuff done. If it really happens and that comes out tomorrow, that excites me for the future because he's now building these teams, adding developers and all that type of stuff, project managers, chief marketing officers, rounding out all the elements of this small business so we can really scale it. And hopefully that means when things get ready, he'll just launch them and then move on to the next thing. He goes on to say, I had 2 meetings with potential developers that I like and would like to bring on for the new Drip UI and new Drip utility that I want to add with the new UI, which will support Drip Faucet and add a ton of excitement. So I was under the understanding that the Drip UI was already done. Let's venture to say that it was mostly done and that now some changes need to be made if he's going to add some additional Drip utility. But if he's going to add something in there into the Drip Faucet that adds a ton of excitement, it's got to be some sort of game, some sort of play, sort of way to burn drip tokens or incentivize team building or whatever. We already knew that was kind of part of the ecosystem that was coming. So that's exciting. I'm ready to see the new UI. I actually like the old UI. It's okay, right? I like the water theme and everything, but I'm actually really excited about the new one. Will it add a ton of money to the system? Like, is everyone going to jump in because we got a new UI? No, but it will look more professional. And there's certain people, when they're making financial investments, they want it to look like a financial website to give them that safety and security, give them the warm, fuzzy feeling that they want when they're making an investment. And if a new UI helps more of those people get onboarded, then I'm all for it. So I'm actually stoked about it. I'm stoked to see whatever this excitement is going to get built and what type of additional utility they're adding. He says we have so much in the works right now, and very soon we will be dropping new, amazing products on a monthly basis, which will support our platforms. More is being built right now than ever. So that's exciting. Again, adding a project manager is major. Adding new developers is major. Forex can't do this all on his own. He's done a really good job getting it to this point, but now we're 110, 120,000 plus users. It's a bear market. We got to get this ecosystem rocking, which means you got to bring some additional players on board. And if he's found some people that he trusts, then the sky's the limit for this project, seriously. That was his update. It was super exciting. Here's what he's talking about as far as the new update that's getting pushed, but why don't we just go review the Animal Farm site real quick. So the things that changed is you can see they've added some additional things here on the side. The farms are up, or at least the visual for the farms. They're not actually live yet, but this is where you'll come to stake your dogs BUSD, drip BUSD, all that type of stuff. So this is going to be my main baby. I'm going to start dumping all of my drip BUSD LPs from the garden into this, because this is what earns you pigs. So I dump all my LPs in here. This starts to churn out pigs. I take those pigs and I put it in the pig pen. Every transaction that happens in the animal farm ecosystem will create some sort of a fee. That fee will go into a bucket and it will pay out the owners of the farm. The more pigs you have in the pig pen, the larger percentage you own of the farm. It's that simple. People have a tendency to overcomplicate the animal farm right now, and I get it. There's 100 different ways to play it, and it's a little complex to get into initially, but then it starts getting really easy. So that's the play for me. Use the garden to generate drip BUSD LPs, dump them in here, get pigs, throw them in the pig pen, and just take home my daily passive income from there. They also added the pools. Pools are all just single staking, so you can throw these assets in here, kind of lock them up and get some interest. You can put dogs in to earn pigs. You can put rat BNB in to earn dogs. It just depends on which farm you want or pool you want to get into. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Most people may not use this, but it's pretty easy. Let's just say you have some BUSD sitting there that you're not planning on using. You can throw them in here and you can earn dogs, and then you can use the dogs for other things or sell them. If you've got cake, if you're bullish on cake and you think cake is going to go up, you can just stake your cake in here and earn dogs, and then do with those dogs whatever you please. So if you've got assets sitting, just like you had money in a savings account that isn't really earning you anything, why not put it somewhere where it's actually going to earn you some residual income with a really, really low risk? So what he's saying is going to get pushed tomorrow is going to be the drip garden and the liberation contract. These two, if you click on these, they just direct you to the old site. So you've seen the pools, you've seen the farms. They also added add liquidity. So before you would have, if you wanted to create the LP, the pigs BUSD LP, you would have to go buy pigs on PancakeSwap, have BUSD, couple them together and create the LP token. Then you could come into the piggy bank and do it. Again, that's a barrier to entry for people. And if you don't make things extremely easy for people, then they just won't do it. And when you're trying to get people's capital into an ecosystem, you got to make things easy. So he's done that with this add liquidity tab. If you purchase pigs and you got BUSD in your wallet, you just select however much you want to put together, change your slippage settings, click OK, and now you have the LP. But how are you going to get pigs, right? You used to have to go to PancakeSwap to do that. So this was helpful. But if you don't want to go to PancakeSwap and you want it to be really easy, they just added the swap tab. And this is the new piece of the UI they just pushed. So I don't know if this is live yet. What do I got here? I got a little bit of BUSD in there, probably from claiming it from the pig pen. I don't really keep much BUSD in this wallet. But let's max it out. Let me see if I can buy some pigs real quick. 0.05 pigs. Probably gonna spend as much in gas fees as I'm gonna get, but let's try it to see if it works. All right, I confirmed it in MetaMask and it says swap successful, but let's take a look. My MetaMask just popped up and let me know that the transaction was successful. And since this is attached to my wallet, it shows that I have that in there. So the new swap tab actually works. Let's go over to the pig pen just for fun. Let's try to deposit those 0.05 pigs. All right, looks like it works. 2.08 pigs now. That's exciting. So I've just barely started building this balance up, so I don't have a lot of pigs in the pig pen yet, but I will soon. But as each new piece of the ecosystem goes up like this, it makes it more functional, it makes it better. I am super excited about that. I mean, this is exciting stuff. It's taken a long time. I get it. It's frustrating. It's easy to have fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But piece by piece, this thing is coming back together, and it's going to be a monster when it gets up. I truly believe that, especially since there's not a lot of places in the DeFi space that are paying out on a consistent basis where you can feel secure. There's a lot of new projects popping up, and they do really well for a month, 2 months, and something happens and they fizzle out. So just be aware of that. A lot of those new projects are cash grabs. And as each day passes, we realize that Forex Shark's ecosystem and all the pieces and parts of it are here to stay. So super bullish in my opinion. Special thank you to everyone who has joined my Piggy Bank team. I'll include the link in the description. I appreciate all you guys. I just sent another airdrop out today. I try to do it on Fridays, so I gifted the piglets. So if you've got another little stake at the bottom of your little list of stakes here of your piggy banks, then that's an airdrop from me. Again, thank you guys for joining. It's super awesome to have your support. I'm just so stoked to see where this thing's gonna go here in the near future. All right, let's jump over and talk about the poll I did. I think I've got it up. Yep, here it is. Okay, the poll was, what do you need most right now? Tell me what you need help on and I'll cover it. So originally when I posted this, drip faucet overview was the front runner. But now that 154 votes have come in, drip garden overview overtook this. So you got drip garden at 41%, you got Piggy Bank overview at 19%, drip faucet at 34%, and then the other 6%. Some of these comments were just about doing strategies and different things like that. So I've made some notes of those and I'm gonna make those. So I'm gonna make these in order of how you guys rated it. So drip garden will be the first one I do, then drip faucet, then more on the Piggy Bank. Obviously you guys are gonna want a lot of different strategies on how the animal farm works. So great news, I've already created the drip garden overview. So if you wanna know about the drip garden, I highly recommend you come watch the video that I made specifically about the drip garden. It's this one right here. How to make 3% a day in the drip garden, step-by-step instructions. This tells you everything you need to know. It's filled with 24 minutes and 20 seconds of absolute fire. So that's the one you want to watch. I will put a link in the description at the top. Go watch that, join the team. Let me know if you have any questions, but that breaks it down just about as good as I could. I don't have much to add besides that. But for those of you who are really interested in the drip garden, let me give you my update here. So current plants grown, 22,767, super excited about that. I want to get at least to 25,000 before I pull anything, and it looks like I'll definitely get there because the farms aren't ready. The only reason I'm going to pull is I'm going to pull LPs and I'm going to put it into the farms so that I can earn pigs. That's the only reason I'm doing the garden. That's the play for me. Now, some people are going to do it to earn drip and BUSD so they can split it apart and they can add that drip to their faucet because they want to grow that. And then they can use the BUSD LP or the BUSD side of the LP for whatever they want. For me, I have a one-track mind and that is just straight growth. So my idea is to take the LPs that I earn, stuff them in the farm, earn pigs, and then put those pigs into the pig pen. I want to build that up to 100, 200, 500, 1,000 pigs. That way I'm just generating easy income with a really low risk platform, and I'll play the higher risk stuff a little bit differently. So that's where I'm at. Again, if you want to get in, you want to go watch that video, but all you need to do is go to this tab, which will probably be different tomorrow if it gets updated. You go to drip liberation. That's going to allow you to create the LP. So if you've got BUSD or BNB in here, you put in how much you want to do, click supply, and it's going to provide you with the LP. Then you come back to drip garden. You come down here, it's going to tell you how much you have. You click max, and then you click buy plants. It's going to put those plants up in here and get them working. Plants really have no value. The seeds are what have value. But again, I'm not trying to sell those and split this up. I'm trying to use them in the other farm. So let's use this tool, drip.formulate.finance. Awesome tool created by DevStreak. It's fantastic. I highly recommend you get it and transfer just a little bit of BNB so you can get the premium options. But what this is doing is I'm basically making about $25.24 a day right now with the way the current contract balance is and where I'm at with all my hydrating, recompounding and all that. But that number doesn't matter all that much to me. This number matters. This number keeps going up. So I want more of these LPs. Right now I'm making 2.27 a day. I want to get that up to at least 10 and then probably shift to my 6-in-1 strategy where one day a week I pull that out and put it over in the farms and then I compound for the other 6 days. That is my strategy. I also explained that in the video I just showed you guys. And I'll put a link up here wherever it goes, and then I'll also put a link in the description so you guys don't miss it. But if you want to get into the drip garden, this is definitely a tool you want to check out, and I think it's a really great time. If you're a believer in drip, if you think drip is going to do well, then the drip garden is a leverage play on drip. I highly recommend getting into it if you feel really bullish on the drip price. I do, so I think this is going to do very, very well. The contract balance has been hovering right at about 400,000 LPs. So that constitutes, many millions of dollars that are still in the ecosystem and sitting in the contract balance. So it's actually looking pretty good right now. Just know that if you get into this, it shouldn't be a short-term play. This system rewards you for compounding and having good behavior. So compound for a while, do like a 6-in-1 strategy, figure out something that works for you. Attempting to drain the system isn't really going to help you here. So again, check that video out and you let me know if you have any questions. Let's move on to drip. Great news in the drip world. We've been holding this $10 range right in this, $9.75 to $10.50 range really firmly. Every time it dips down right underneath the 10 mark, like here it dipped down to $9.92, it jumps back up above 10. We got buyers coming in. I mean, it's just happened over and over and over again. So every time it dips down, it gets bought up. Every time it dips down, it gets bought up. Right here, dipped down below, got all the way down to 994, shot back up. This was a huge buy that came in. So that's continuing, which tells me that this is the demand zone down here. right? The chart's been pretty nasty. Everything's kind of dipped down over the last couple months. The entire crypto market has been getting absolutely crushed. So drip's actually holding up pretty well compared to its peers in the space, which is very exciting and very bullish. It means this is a value buy for most of the investors that are seeing it. A lot of people aren't selling at these prices. No big dogs are selling at these prices. So it means people are bullish down here. And honestly, if this thing just trends sideways at $10 forever, I mean, we'd make a ton of money. So right now, the price of drip is well below the value. Now, this isn't financial advice, so don't listen to anything I'm about to say, but my thoughts on this, if the animal farm really does get launched in the next couple weeks, my thoughts are you got about 2 weeks to get your best purchase price in drip. Anytime between now and the next 10 to 14 days, if you've got capital waiting on the sidelines and you've been waiting to get into drip, now is the time. As soon as the farm goes live, I expect things to start to pop. You're going to have new UIs coming out, new announcements, scratch tickets. If it's holding up this well with almost no utility and just excitement about what's to come in the future, imagine when that stuff really gets dropping and everything starts to go live. It's going to pop, guys. Again, this is just my opinion, but I would not be surprised if we go from $10 to $20 like that. And then you'll be mad because you were trying to wait for the dip to 8. So instead of spending $2 less per token, you're now spending $10 more. So just be aware of that. That's how it works. Could we go lower? Absolutely. But every time we dip below into that 9 range, it just gets bought back up. So barring another delay, I think we've seen the bottom. If we have another delay and this thing, Animal Farm gets pushed out several additional weeks, then it's anybody's guess. But if the new project manager holds them to the time frame they've got now, and we've got this role chief marketing officer come in to advertise everything as soon as it gets launched, this thing's going to pop fairly quickly just because there's going to be a lot of additional eyes on it. And the market cap's so small that it doesn't take a lot to really pop this thing. So if someone sees something an asset went from $10 to $20, a lot of more people are going to FOMO in. So you'll see the price increase just because there's a flash of sentiment change, which is good. I mean, drip deserves it. It should happen. There's a massive divergence here between the price and the value. And when you see that, that's the time to buy. That's how Warren Buffett got rich. Warren Buffett used to just research stocks, take a look at all their fundamentals, their price to earnings ratio, everything. And he would say, I think this company is more valuable than it's trading at, $3. So I'm going to buy a bunch of it here. That's it. He just value invested and he made billions doing it. So when you see a divergence of price and value, that's the time you need to jump. In my opinion, this is where we're at right now. But I couldn't be more excited about the future. I've been letting all the people that I know in my inner circle that now is the time to buy sometime in the next 10 days. So if you feel the same way that I feel, now would be your opportunity. Now, a lot of you guys that watch my channel, you're already in drip. So it's not your first initial buy-in, but now would be a great time to dollar cost average. If you've got that extra $1,000 sitting on the sidelines, the fact that you can pick up 100 drip for $1,000 is just absolutely insane to me. So it might be a good time to do that. Back over to my faucet, I cracked 1,700, which was awesome. I'm on the road to 2,000, so super exciting. I didn't start with that many drip tokens, but I've been in the game for over 6 months and I've been dollar cost averaging the whole time. So even though the price is down 82% from where I bought in, I'm still looking pretty good. I'm net positive on everything. So if you guys want to get in or want to join my drip team, I'll put the link in the description down below. We do weekly airdrops. I try to do special contests, a few things like that. So expect more to come. We're going to do some fun stuff with the scratch off tickets. I mean, this is going to get super exciting. As soon as we see the chart pattern start to move in an upward direction, a lot of people are going to FOMO in and you don't want to be the last guy on the train. So just be aware of that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's update. Tomorrow, we're actually doing a special collab with a few YouTubers and myself. We're going to discuss a little bit of this content, some of the other stuff going on in the DeFi space. Hope you guys are having a great day. Happy investing.